Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Frozen Frontier. The giants are approaching you. There are 2 female, 1 male giant. They're dressed in these furs, although as they get closer, you can see that the furs aren't fully covering them. It's seems to be more decorative fur than protective fur, because they're huge swaths of unprotected skin all over the place.
So is it...
Small fire is built by Yarmir just behind the wall. Grimes has fired a warning shot, and William is bellowing out to them.
I'm blowing my horn, right? Grimes.
Right. Yeah, I think Grimes is the one who's doing the talking.
But I think maybe I'll speak to them and you can translate, and I'll hold my sword aloft. We'll see if they talk first.
So yeah, I think I'm shouting like, "Halt there!" But I think the wind carries my voice. I don't know how close shouting distance is here.
Mm-hmm. You give a shout. That's definitely not the right track. And they seem to acknowledge it. There's a pause in their steps, and the front one cocks its head to the side and and then walks forward a little bit closer. And you can hear them chatting amongst themselves. The lead giant, one of the females, is saying, I could have sworn I heard one of these things speak.
Are they speaking giant? I assume.
I mean, yeah. You understand everything you hear.
Doesn't know what language it is though. He could be speaking Goblin or French for all you know.
Yeah. Did she duck out of the camera?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Yeah, so I shout out, "Hail! Who goes there?"
I think it's speaking. What small thing could possibly speak our language? Jal, come take a look at this. I think it's trying to talk. And the 4 giants come up, and they're all like looking at you. Their hands are on their hips.
How close did they come? So
about 60 feet. Because they get to the top.
So I've got another crossbow bolt loaded. I'll hold my fire. But
yeah, they get to the top of the wall that you're standing on, or you're on the keep.
We're standing on the keep.
Yeah, they get to the wall.
So they're a couple hundred feet.
They sit on the wall from looking at you. Yeah, I'll do some exact measurements for us here. Mm-hmm. If you're on the keep and they're on the wall, that is 47 pixels from you.
Did these look like the same giants that we saw before?
So they're about 200 feet from you, 250 feet.
Yeah. Do these look like the same giants that we fought?
Sure.
The giant that we fought, like.
Yeah. They're not that particular giant, but they look to be of the same species.
Yeah. So
yes.
Frost giants, right? They had
Frost giants. Yes.
Right? Didn't they have they've got like grayish skin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it time to start speaking then? Grimes, can they hear us? All right. I draw my sword and hold it aloft and say, "Greetings, noble giants."
Oh, look at that! That one can produce flame at will.
Yeah. I shout, "You stand before Cal William Marshall of the Caledonian Expedition. State. Who are you?"
The lead giant, one of the females, says, "Hello there, little creatures. How have you come to speak our words?"
I am an expert linguist. I speak many tongues. My name is Grimes, the expedition's translator.
Oh, look at that! They do speak our language. I think they're intelligent too. Hello. How are you today, small creature? The lead giant says.
He asks how we're doing, and they keep calling you small.
That's okay. I think that's their prerogative. I changed my voice and say, "Hello, giants. We are doing well. And how are you?"
Do I hear I'm very far away, as we established, but 100 feet away, can I hear Grimes' aside that says they think you're small?
Give me a perception check. You can hear it on a 21 or higher.
Okay, let me grab my token wherever it is. There we go. Perception.
Yes, you do.
20. Okay, so as I hear this and I think, we can fix this. And as William begins talking, William begins growing, I enlarge him to about 10 feet tall, 10'9", I think.
You can cast that from range, right?
Yes,
cool.
I can. Yeah.
So I shout back.
He sneaks along the ground and up the wall and encircles him. And he just begins growing.
I shout back in giant. Cal William Marshall, Dragon Slayer, Firebringer, and Chosen of Bellum is doing well today.
Sick.
And then William doubles in size almost, 70% larger. How tall do you become?
I think
he's
70%
6'4",
of
right?
6'4" is 10'9".
76 inches times 1.7 as 129 divided by 12.
That's
10.7 feet, basically.
Yeah. So
10.7 feet, but
So-
7 tenths of 12 is almost.
It's
You become
0.75.
10'9".
10'9".
Yeah. So you grow to about half the giant size instead of a quarter of the giant size, and there's a resounding ooh from all the giants. One of them, the lead one, gets a little bit closer. The other two giants are sitting on the wall, kind of looking up at the keep at you. The other one stands and climbs up the hill and comes towards the keep until she's maybe 20 feet from you guys. And she's a little lower than you, so she's looking up kind of at you since you guys are standing on the structure, the ruins of the structure.
I nod my head at it. No for me. Right, Grimes. Tell them that we... Alright, you translate, right. Giants! We have slain the mighty dragon named Sleet to the north.
Giants, we have slain the mighty dragon Sleet to the north. William wears his skin as a trophy. Still, is the shield around?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got my shield, yeah.
Are you the ones who killed Torlin?
He's asking if we killed Torlin. That was probably that giant that jumped out and ambushed us.
Probably just best to say yes. Wait, if that's the giant, maybe we should say no. Ask who Torlin is. Who is Torlin?
Who's Torlin?
Torlin was my second cousin.
Torlin was their second cousin.
That must have been a different giant.
We're not familiar with any Torland.
But you killed Sleet.
I maybe a sleight of hand the giant's braid into a back pocket.
Whoops.
What did it say, Grimes?
we slew Sleet and a Draco Lich. I stomped my foot beneath in the catacombs of the city.
A what?
A bone dragon.
He says there's a bone dragon that they killed.
Well, not anymore. It's dead.
The lead giant turns and walks away from you, just turning her back to you, and goes and chats with the others for a moment.
How's it going, Grimes?
I don't know. I told them about the bone dragon, and that seems to have distracted them from their dead cousin.
Should I put my sword away?
It's rather impressive.
Okay, you're right. It is.
Where's your dragon shield?
I'd right. Is it on my back? My shield. I guess it is. Yeah, I drag it off my back. Mm-hmm. Here.
They come and take a look. The first one comes over and goes, "Well, congratulations on slaying a dragon. It is a good feat. You said you killed Sleet as well?"
Aye, and I nod to William, who's clad head to toe in white dragon scales.
The dragon kind of puts a hand on the the ruined keep so it can lean all the way up, and it gets its face real close to you, William. It's only, it's the head twice as big as yours, so it probably will reach from the top of your head to just below your pecs.
I mean, I stay steely faced. I try and hold my nerve.
Sure. And it looks like she's just checking out your armor. She's getting really close and like examining it and looking you up and down.
I say the kobolds of this land tell tales of your prowess in slaying dragons. Perhaps we can work together to bring down Snowflake. What's the name of the Frostbite.
Snowflake.
The worst dragon name ever. The terror that has been plaguing these lands for nigh a millennia. Snowflake.
Men quiver at the sound of his name.
Frostbite, you want to kill her? Boy, you are a cheeky fellow.
What did it say?
She's laughing about us slaying Frostbite.
Well, the gnolls laughed about slaying Sleet.
You kill the smallest of the dragons, and you think you can take on the largest. Just like that. I'll give you something. You've got guts. And... yes. It's... interesting to behold. How exactly did you kill Sleet? You're far too small.
We get bigger.
We slew a dragon the only way there is, with sword and steel.
With very large rocks?
And no rocks. Well, that's a rather good idea.
I think Ferris will demonstrate by like pulling out the sword and like swinging Nighthawk through the air to a loud
So you pull out Nighthawk and you start like tossing it around and it starts making its noises. The giants look on amused. This lead one, after a couple of swings of it, gives a chuckle and says, well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Lydia.
This is William. This is Lydia. And
that is Georgiana, and that is Jarl.
Is it close enough for me to... Its face still on my face?
Yeah, you could reach out and touch it if you wanted to.
I like offer to shake hands.
It sees your extended hand and inspects it for a moment from both sides.
Lydia, this is William. I'm Grimes. Ferris is the elf with the bird noises, and on the ground back there is Yaromir.
Jarlmir? You have someone with the similar name as my brother.
Yarrow. Same.
Same. So, does my hand get shook, or do I just...
No, it looks at your hand as you thrust it out, as if it doesn't know what that gesture is supposed to mean, and is like, what the fuck?
So after a few seconds, I just awkwardly, like, pat it on the cheek.
She gives you a toothy grin, and kind of strokes your hair with her large hand. Or I guess your head, your helmet.
Grimes, translate this. Giants, Lydia, Queen of Giants. We have no quarrel with your kind.
Lydia, Queen of Giants. We have no quarrel with your kind.
Queen.
Okay.
Is there a Queen of Giants?
We are currently ruled. Our current ruler is Gordoth. He is a wise ruler.
Gordoth the Wise.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well.
So then, what is your title, Lydia? Or will Lydia do just fine?
She mentions he's their 6th ruler as well.
All right. Gordoth the 6th is their ruler. He's apparently wise.
Okay. Well, Say,
Well, in any case, Lydia, we have no quarrels with your kind. If you,
Why would you?
I don't know. We've met many of the peoples of this land have greeted us with hostility. Gnolls are a treacherous lot, and kobolds can be troublesome.
It must be difficult. What brings you to our homeland?
She's asking what brings us to her homeland.
We seek the remnants of civilization from millennia past.
We represent Princess Sella of Drekkas. We seek remnants of human civilization of millennia past.
Oh, I see.
And
Well, it's all ruined now. Totally destroyed. Just about everywhere. The only civilization that remains is ours.
Well, we mean to explore and recover what value we can from our ancient ruins. But in this city, we have seen a sign from on high. Bellum has called upon Cal William to purge this land of its curse and slay the dragons.
The god of war, Bellum.
I nod.
And what curse do you speak of?
Whoops. I accidentally let slip about the whole lifting the curse thing.
The curse of the dragons, right? We'll
Yeah,
need to kill the
the
dragons.
curse of the dragons.
Ah, I see. Yes.
I say to Grimes.
It's not something that's easily lifted. We have done our part to keep the dragons from getting out of hand. Only frostbite remains as a true threat to giant kind, but we welcome you as fellow visionaries of the land. Tell me, how long do your people live? You're not going to die on us soon, are you?
I don't know. How long do you live? Most humans die before 100.
Oh, I see.
Ferris has elven blood, so he may live a little longer than that if someone doesn't kill him first.
Yes.
The fires in Ferris's eyes grow brighter.
And your people? Are you a long-lived lot?
Extremely. Well, yes and no. Our great king is still around, and many of us have chosen a life of hibernation. But without that, hundreds of years, many hundreds of years.
So, Grimes, ask it if there's any more dragons other than the frostbite. And if there are, where are they?
You said frostbite is the only threat, but are there other dragons?
Squall and gale.
Squall and Gale. Where are their lairs?
She gestures to the mountains south of you.
On this side of the mountains? Or
No, in the middle, on the high peaks.
are they both white? Children of frostbite?
No. They have come from far away. Sleet was a child of frostbite, though. The last child of frostbite.
Oops, well, Mama's not going to be too happy when she wakes up.
I doubt it. Well, she has had many children before, and we have slain many of them. She will have more children eventually, and they will fight Squall and Gale for their lairs and their wealth. It's an endless cycle of violence between their kind. Is your kind particularly violent?
I nod. Yes, on the in Arcadia on the mainland, there's quite a large
You
war
come
raging.
from Arcadia. Legend has it my people once came from Arcadia a long, long time ago.
Yes.
Things were very different back then. We were not supposedly this color. We had burned flesh, they said, reddish brown, longer hair, smaller in size, and it's a somewhat foreign concept, but we had to consume the flesh of other creatures in order to stay alive.
Do you not eat meat?
No. That's the right... Right, yeah. No. That is what you small creatures do, yes? You eat?
Yeah. Yes, we eat. That one especially, and I nod to Ferris.
You don't just use your teeth to hurt things. It's... You actually take a creature into your mouth and put it inside your body.
How do you sustain yourselves?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Do you not need fuel? Sustenance?
If we feel tired, we simply bask in the cold winds. It's very refreshing.
Is Yarmir off the keep? Is he like down on the ground below?
Yeah, he's got a fire going now. It's a pretty
I
good
turn
fire.
to William and shout loud enough that Yarmir can hear him. The giant, they apparently don't eat. They gain their energy from the cold.
That's strange.
Perhaps it's photosynthesis when the sun comes out.
What did it say about the giants, Grimes?
It's cryosynthesis.
What about the giants? It's a long story. I'll tell you later. Nothing interesting.
We well, if frostbite, if there's smaller dragons out there.
Oh, the dragons.
Dragons, yeah. Sorry. There's any others?
Are Gale and Squall the only remaining worms?
That's what it said, yeah.
Squall, Gale, and Frostbite are the three remaining dragons, yes.
Do
You
have
said
any
you're here for looking for ancient remains of other folk of your size.
humans and elves? Do you have any leads on ruins we might explore?
Many.
Oh, wow.
But they're all very, well, it should be easy for you. Lots of underground passages that we have trouble fitting in.
No, these are my specialty.
There are two of particular interest to us that we've never been able to, that we've had many varying theories on. It would be wonderful to have a creature of your size investigate.
They translate. They say there's some ruins that they are interested in but unable to investigate.
Well, that sounds like a good deal. We need to finish up here first, though. Perhaps we can meet them there.
Okay. This sounds like a good deal. We have more to explore in this city, but perhaps we can meet you there. Where are these ruins?
There are two in particular. Out in the bay, there's a difficult to get to canyon with some timbered structures near it. Getting there it's slippery and rocky, but there's a small path big enough for something like you to easily walk in.
I point north, like that bay, like up here by Swampside, I assume.
The west side of the bay, within the mountains, there's nestled a small valley. Not 500 feet from the shore, beyond some hills, you'll find an old thing, a horizontal hole in the ground. What do you call these things?
A cave? A mine?
Sure.
A tunnel?
A form of tunnel, yes. A tunnel made by artificial means.
Same. All right.
And a similar one due south, directly below our great temple of Nerul.
You worship Nerul.
We worship many gods. Bellum, unfortunately, is not one. And I would ask how you have spoken to such a god.
When we were in the temple beneath the city, a great golden visage of Bellum came to life.
That one is a
and spoke.
troublemaker. You had best ignore his words.
Is it not? Is it not Bellum?
No, Bellum is a troublemaker. You had best
Oh.
ignore his words. He divided our people once, viciously so.
Yes.
Only Nerul brought us back together.
You said south of here. In the
Yes.
mountains?
The mountains due south. The western fork.
Where can we find you if we have any information on these locations?
She half-heartedly shrugs.
We have a map, don't we?
Not really. Oh, we did
Honest?
get a...
Yeah.
You have an actual physical, tangible map that you can roll out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like it's too small, right?
Do you not have a home or an office we could come call on you in?
We only have office hours once a decade. I'm sorry.
Well, we can ask where the temple is to Nerul.
Yeah, where is your temple? That we may
I think they're stupid, Jarl. Georgiana, maybe you can explain it better. Georgiana comes up and says, if you go that way, it's called south. There are mountains, big tall things made of rock. And they go in two different directions. Yes?
Yes.
One that leads slightly east, which is that way, and one that leads slightly west, which is that way. You go to the western one. I don't think they're getting it, but western one off the top. You know, the big.
And there's your temple.
Yes, the temple's on top of the western range to the south.
All right. Well, perhaps we'll meet you
And
there at some
under
point in the
there-
future.
Is the strange tunnel? Yes.
Probably catacombs. Humans bury their dead beneath these temples many a times.
Burial rites are different between our peoples then.
What?
Grubs, you should ask about the creatures that we've heard tale about from the kobolds.
Oh,
Other hooded humanoid figures.
yes. Do you? I think I probably misunderstand Ferris, but I do want to. I'd say, are you familiar with the Scrags?
Is that your kind?
No, short, pointy-eared creatures that hide in trees and rocks, come out at night.
Oh, you mean kobolds? Yes. Yes.
No, never mind.
Scrags. Trees? Right?
What about elves? Are there elves here?
No. Just a few from time to time, but none that live here.
What do you mean a few from time to time? Like, do they visit?
The visiting druids, yes.
There's visiting druids, I translate. How could we meet these druids?
I thought you would already know them. You're not part of them. You're not part of their group.
Does anyone know anything about druids?
Yeah, that's sort of like
have you-
priests, I think.
Have you met any of them? Or can you translate for me, Grimes?
Yeah. Have you met any of these druids?
Many times.
Ask
Many times.
for a description. I might recognize one of them.
The elf apparently might know. Do you have a description? Are they?
Oh, they're about yay big, pointy ears, come from afar, ride on an island.
I think Ferris asked for details like hair color and any sort of like discerning features you might expect a giant to get, and I'm wondering if any
They
of them
ride on an island.
Yeah, she just said they ride on an island.
right on.
Oh, we saw that island.
Yeah.
Okay, but wondering on that, I'm wondering if there's any physical features I can get that remind me of the group that I traveled with way
I
back.
don't even know how
to
to ask. I'm like a hair color. Any discerning features?
Pointy
Maybe
ears.
look at me like I'm slow again.
Straight. What do any of you have gold-colored hair?
Yeah, Ferris does.
Yeah,
though
but
I
you got
guess
like
he-
a hood up
yeah,
and
he
a
has
veil and a
up, yeah.
mask. Yeah. Odd-colored hair. Kind of like piss-colored hair. Yes.
They had piss-colored hair, Ferris.
Were any of them were any of them blonde? The elves that I traveled with.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. But
That's
I
not
think
much
that's like a very broad
Yeah.
description.
Yeah.
Ryan, your cam died.
Yeah, I turned it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Been here too.
Okay.
All right. So that sounds pretty cool. Our translator is otherwise engaged, so we make awkward smiles with the giants nod.
How did you get big? Are you a spellcaster?
He's asking
yeah.
how you got big. Do you want me
Yes, explain to them.
to? Yes, Yarrow is a wizard, a geometer. Studies symbols or something.
This has been a most interesting distraction, but we must be on our way. There are what do we call it? What are the words? There are visions to be held.
Wait, it's probably stupid because it's too small for them, but I go, wait, and I reach into my bag and pull out a tinderbox and hand it to them.
They
Like,
take the tinderbox.
Two hands out. Wait, no, I show them first though, like how it works.
Okay.
I hand it to them.
Oh, how lovely! Thank you. And he opens his pack and just kind of drops it in the big bag and puts it back over her shoulder.
Could we make one of them, Neal? Could we make a big one? Back at the fort, is that possible?
I think you'd need unreasonably large flint and steel sizes.
Okay,
but
yeah.
other than that, you could totally do it.
All right, well, never mind. Okay, well, if it seems like they're going, I will say, it was good to meet you, Lydia.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Lydia. You have been most helpful to our expedition.
And you too, Kel. It's been most interesting conversing with a creature of your makeup.
I give it a nod.
They start to walk away, and you can hear them chatting amongst themselves like, they were a little weird looking. They looked so, I don't know, but they had, they looked very uncomfortable with the ice on their face. They kept like wiping it away, and I don't know, they're covered in weird scales. Wearing someone else's like Sleet's skin like that?
Aren't they all wearing hides?
They are, yeah. But they're just like happily chatting about you guys as if you're not present, even though their voices carry over to you very easily.
So when they walk away, I turn and put both hands on Grimes' shoulders and say, you did well. Give you a nod and then sheathe my sword and put my shield on my back and walk back towards the temple. And I say to Yaramir as I get down there, all safe, Yaramir. We have much to discuss.
Excellent.
Head back to the temple.
All right. You guys make your way back to the temple, back inside. Your resting has not really been interrupted. You're fine.
All right, so I uncurl a map on the floor, and all the annotations that I've just put on it digitally, I point out to everyone on the map and maybe make some marks. The places where they've said, right? So there's that place near Swampside. There's where their temple is to the south. And they said that the other 2 dragons were in the southern mountain range. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's about right.
So I suggest that we rest up, we clear out the temple of Velfara, then we head back to the fort and maybe check out these structures.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. Works for me.
And I think they said something about these druids living on a floating island.
Do you remember that floating island we saw off the coast? I think that was up north, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was by Saltport.
I think we saw it up here. Yeah.
Perhaps next time we see it, we'll have a skiff that we can take to row out to it.
Those waters are very dangerous. But
Well,
it sounds like they visit the mainland. Just to save Sean doing that, Neal, he's not actually wearing a mask anymore, right? So does his voice sound normal, or does it sound like he's wearing a mask?
He's wearing
a mask.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My face also doesn't move when I speak.
Yeah, the jaw of the mask comes down below his chin, and so like his chin will move behind the mask, but you won't ever see his face.
I thought my face literally wasn't moving.
No, your face does move, but like the mask, it seals with you and then like lowers below you, and as your jaw moves, it stays like fused to the mask, but moves up and down with it as if it's somehow like.
It's on a.
Yeah.
So if you saw him, you would think he's wearing a mask.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well that's not as bad then, actually.
I mean, it's a mask of terror, and you look at it and you feel uneasy and slightly afraid of him, but yeah.
So I say then, when we start talking about the druids, I say, look, when I first approached you both, I say this to Faris and Yaramir, to come on this expedition, you both had your own goals. Faris, you wanted to find evidence of elves down here, and Yaramir, you wanted to find out more about the magic of this place, correct? Well, I'm aware that we've not made much progress in either of those areas so far, but maybe these druids can answer questions for both of you. So if we do see them, we'll make it a priority.
That works for me.
Sure.
All right. Well, there's more resting to be done, I think.
All right. You guys can rest up for another week, is it? That you wanted to rest?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just pass another week. I've already rolled random encounters, and there are none in the city. That weird ooze that you saw that spotted you and then ran away has not shown up again. But now it is the 13th of April, 1511. You've had another 7 days of rest.
Okay, so 22 HP again. I'm at 45. We should both be at 45.
Yep. Okay, well, I mean, there's one more temple to go to, right? Unless anyone's got something else they want to talk about or do in the meantime.
No, let's go to the temple. I've been waiting around for 2 weeks. I could use some excitement.
All right, after 2 weeks of rest and a bizarre conversation with surprisingly friendly giants, you make your way to the Temple of Velfara. Yes.
All right, I say before we go in, keep a lookout for evidence of gnolls. They might have been here. We know that they've taken Velfara statues and things like that before. All right, and then we go in.
All right. You set foot in the Temple of Velfara. It's kind of the same sort of abandoned temple you've seen elsewhere. There is a staircase that leads down into a crypt, which you guys approach. And as you begin to walk down the staircase, Grimes, Ferris, and William, you are all you feel this like rising tension in your spine, and the hairs on the back of your neck begin to stand on end, and you feel this sense of trepidation and hesitance. Like there's something down there that wants you to come down there, that's going to rip your head off and drink your blood, and then wear your skin as a suit.
And is Yaramir immune because he doesn't have any hair on the back of his neck to stand up?
I have no hackles to rise.
Yeah, Yaramir, it's regular everyday steps to you. You have no... You're just walking down a set of stairs, and everyone else is like, whoa, hold on, I'm definitely getting some sort of magical fear.
Yeah, I think we all look around. Do
you feel that?
I feel it. And we all look at Yaramir and see him.
He's like 10 steps below you already.
Neal, considering I'm wearing like a mask of terror that is now fused with my being, does that have any impact on like magical fear effects that try to target me?
It doesn't have an effect on this one. We'll see about others would they come, but you don't even feel the mask here. This feels like it's running from the soles of your feet, like up through the bones of your legs, and then like up your spine. It's a whole body experience of terror and fear. Not quite terror, but lurking fear, like when it's late and you got to walk across the house at night, and you're an adult, so you're not really afraid of the dark, but you kind of move quickly anyway.
You're going down the stairs and you run the rest of the way down because you're gonna get knifed on the stairs.
Yeah, and you keep your arms and legs on the inside of the bed. It's that sort of stupid, nameless fear that still kind of gives you a shiver.
Oh yes, that stupid nameless fear that someone's gonna kill me and skin me and use me as a coat.
Yeah.
It's like all the weird noises that your house makes.
It creaks at night and you're like, what was that?
Like,
or like all of a sudden a door slams shut and it's just the wind because it's windy outside, but like, really? That door shut pretty hard.
Or you hear like, Neal, I'm going to kill you. And then you're like, oh my God, what was that?
Yeah. So I think the rest of the party brings themselves to a stop. Yaramir, you notice that they have stopped.
Do you feel that?
I look around.
There's something here. Some vile presence.
More vile than what we've already faced in this cursed city?
This... Maybe not, but...
Last time something tried to strike fear into our hearts, we chopped it to pieces, and then I wore its face as a mask.
Why doesn't Yaramir feel it? Usually he's the more finely attuned to this kind of thing.
Perhaps it's the amulet?
Try taking it off, Yaramir.
Yaramir, what do you do?
I wait for my party to figure out what their goal is.
I take another step forward. Like, do I feel like I'm negatively affected by this fear, or is it all flavor text at this point?
You take a step forward and you find yourself like held back. You know that there's no way you're gonna ever be able to convince yourself to reach the bottom of those stairs.
Oh wow.
It's too far, and it can't happen. There's no way. You're never gonna make it down there.
Would you like me to try something? I bet I could get you down there. I simply need the heart of a hen, or a brilliant white feather.
Or a strong push.
Well, I can give you the
I'm
white
not
feather.
very strong.
I can give you a white feather, and I'll peel one of the feathers off my remaining arrow quiver that I don't use anymore because I have ethereal ones now.
Oh.
All right. One moment. I walk up the stairs, and I position myself behind them, and back up a few more feet so that my cone will encompass all of them. And I cast fear on them. So they have a save versus spell in order not to drop their items. Otherwise, they must spend their turns fleeing from me, which, since I'm between them and the way out, they must go through down the stairs for a number of rounds.
Okay, everyone make me a saving throw versus spell.
Wait. So we were kind of expecting him to cast a spell here, right? Do we make saves? Because normally
I would automatically.
This is the effect of fleeing. It specifically calls out only undead do that. You get saves versus dropping your shit.
I mean, what I'm saying is you can voluntarily fail a spell save, right?
Yes, but it sounds like there's no save involved. There's usually a save.
For running.
I thought you said we had to make saving throws.
And you are not undead, you run.
This is to just not drop your item, right?
The save is to not drop your stuff.
I think there's a save to negate,
It
but I would
specifically
voluntarily.
It specifically does not allow it.
Yeah.
It's the level 4 spell, this Ryan, not the level
Oh,
2 one. I think.
Do you mind if we go to break really fast?
Yeah. Let's go to break, and when we come back on the other side, the cams will be in the right order. We'll make our saving throws, and we'll see what happens. See you soon. Bye bye.